Hi everyone, this is Amresh Sahu. Welcome all of you to this live webinar. And we are into the second month of these live webinars. We are into the second series of live webinars. I hope you enjoyed the first series, The Rise of Agentic AI. We had some amazing content there. Please do check out the first series of live webinars, that is Rise of Agentic AI. Now, in this month of April, we shall be covering a new series, which is Agentic AI in Action. So we are bringing you with a lot of content, very interesting content on Agentic AI. If you're liking the series, then do consider subscribing to our channel and gain a lot of knowledge from it. Today, we are starting off with a topic that is smart trading using AI agents. So till now, we have covered a lot of topics which are introduction of a very introduction level or an introductory level of various tools. So we had a lot of tools, including your NA10 and many others. From today onwards, in this series of Agentic AI in Action, we are going to cover, you can say we'll go one level up, okay? And we'll understand how to use the AI agents or design the AI agents in a more efficient manner. So we will be taking up a very, very interesting topic, that is smart trading with AI agents. So we will be discussing about how we can actually use AI agents to take smart decisions while picking your stocks from in the stock market. So those of you who are already into or who are aware of the terminologies of stock market, it is going to be definitely a very, very interesting session for you. And for those of you who are here for the interest of technology of AI agents and how it is implemented in the financial market, you are also going to have a very good time. Towards the end of the webinar, I have some surprises for you. So do keep watching the entire webinar. It will be maximum of 30 minutes, not beyond that. And I'll try my best to deliver as much knowledge as possible, which shall be helpful for you in your future. So we shall be focusing a lot on how to write system prompts and user prompts to make sure that the behavior of our agents is proper and as per our desired flow is achieved. Okay. So normally what happens when you are not a professional and you just in a beginner stage, when you start working with AI agents, you will be successful in creating AI agents which will work, but there are a lot of problems we face while using AI agents. And this has been a problem many a times in many AI agents that you might have used, or maybe you have systems using AI agents, automations using AI agents. You would have definitely faced these problems. Problems include they give generic responses. Many a time we get generic responses. We feel, okay, fine, that's not working for us. It lacks structure in its analysis. Many a times we lack the structure. It's not as per our desired structure. Tons of hallucination when you are working with the financial data or any other data. And hallucination in financial data is suicidal. We all know that. And when we are taking decisions based on the analysis of AI agents, then something has to be taken. These all things has to be taken care of. Many a times we get overloaded with data provided by the AI agents, and a lot of data come into us which we don't need. And there is, of course, many a times no control over the conversation that flows. These are the major issues that we face. But if you think about what's the issue, the real issue is not the model that you're using. It's not about Grok or OpenAI. It's about the prompt design that we have put in our AI agents, because based on the prompt, that is your user prompt and the system prompt, that decides how your AI agent is going to behave. So make sure that you know how to write your user prompt and your system prompt accurately so that you get a desired output, or you get a desired flow of your AI agent. Now, when you do those things, when you write the system prompt and your user prompt properly for the AI agent, then you have structured reasoning flow. The prompt driven behavioral control is always there. Step by step interaction, because when you are actually analyzing things, you don't do all of it at the same time. You have multiple questions, you go step by step. So that can be achieved if your prompts are good. Then, of course, tool assisted research can be done in a proper way, and memory based continuity can also be achieved, right? Now, you might look at this and feel, okay, fine, this is too overwhelming. But those of you who actually do stock market research, or you are interested in finding your alpha, or you are interested in finding a multi-bagger stock, we do a lot of research in that. So what I'm going to do today is maybe give you an insight how you can use your AI agents in order to research in finding your multi-bagger or finding your alpha, right? So normally, if you do a research, we generally go with a particular flow of research. The thing you are seeing on screen can be basically termed as, this is the flow in which we research a particular stock in the stock market. So it goes very simple. Starts off with a very simple information about the stock. We first research about like what exactly the company is, okay, all about. We get an overall idea. For example, we are researching on a particular company which is maybe from the defense background. A lot of stocks, people are searching from the defense background. Defense sector, people are searching stocks, maybe for example, we can take for example Pars Defense. Okay, so we first go ahead and get a basic overview of the company. Then after that, if it looks substantial, if the company's overview looks good to us, we then start researching about the promoters, because the management and the promoter, the researching about them is very important. Then we go and search for the government policies that support the sector, and is the government policies helping the company in order to grow. Apart from that, after that, then we get into the order book position, the credit rating, the valuations and efficiency metrics, the PLI schemes, which are, if at all they are there, which is helping the company grow. And we also research, after that, we research about the business specifically in which the company is working on. Maybe we research about how is the entry barrier, if it is big or small, and what is the competition around. Then we go deeper and deeper, getting into the balance sheets, cash flow quality. Then we get into the technical analysis, and we research on the red flags, and then if there is any bulk order, bulk deals, etc., etc., etc. All these, but remember, you cannot research all these at the same time with one prompt. Or you cannot just ask, okay, give me this, everything. No, it will be an issue. So you have to go with the flow. And those of you who don't use AI agents or any AI, the information that is available on the internet, we tend to go step by step. We don't go all at a time. We go step by step. First research the first thing, then the second, then the third, then the fourth. And end of the day, if there is enough signal, or if there is enough information which satisfies that, okay, fine, this stock is good enough, maybe you can take some positions in that stock. Now, just imagine you have an AI agent helping you do that, right? You have an AI agent helping you do that. AI agent helping you not to buy the stock, rather to do the research. Okay. Now, doing a research is also a huge task. People spend hours and hours and hours of time searching for information for a particular stocks in different sources. Just imagine an AI agent helping you gather information and helping you out with the information from different places. Okay. Now, what we are going to use is a very basic, you can say a workflow. We'll be designing this workflow on your N8N tool, where we will just have a very simple workflow. But yeah, the workflow you're seeing even though it's very simple, if you just look at it, but it is very powerful, not because of the tools that are there, not because of the system, but because of the system prompt and the AI prompt and the user prompt that we'll be using for this AI agent, right? If you look at what is a system prompt, if you see the AI agent will have, if you see this is the screenshot of the settings, I'll get into the hands-on and I'll show you. Your system prompt defines the behavior, the control, it controls the tone, it enforces the rules, it defines the workflow logic, and it prevents hallucination. All these things are done by the system prompt. If these things are not defined properly, you will have a tough time using the AI agent. Key components, of course, it the role definition is there, the behavior rules are there, the analysis flow is there, the tool usage rules are there, and the output formatting is there. Everything is defined in the system prompt. If you do that properly, then you will have a good time using your system prompt. Moving on, if you see some example of how the role is defined. For example, we can put some domain restriction using the system prompt in the AI agent. Maybe we can put this restriction as only research on a particular market. Maybe you can think of NASDAQ or NSE or BSE. You put a very specific restriction, domain restriction we can put. We can put a persona on the AI agent. You become an analyst. The AI agent would behave as an analyst, not as an advisor. And we can put the tone, etc. All these things we can define properly. Without this, the AI behaves like a generic chatbot. It would be a simple ChatGPT or a Copilot if you don't define these things. The best thing is that your system prompt, using the system prompt, you can define it. So you can have a control flow where you can have step-by-step you can have a step-by-step work, or you can have a step-by-step analysis. You can maybe design it in a way where there is no skipping, there is yes or no progression, and no full answer at once. You go step by step. So if you use the system prompt properly, this converts AI from a chatbot into a guided analyst, right? Now, also, it is very important to define your user prompt properly, because system prompt will define the behavior. User prompt will be using the input from the user and using it in the proper way. So it handles real-time user inputs. It controls the conversation interpretation and decides what to do next, right? So user prompt can be used in a way in which, suppose, for example, the user is giving the name of a company on which it wants to research. So it will be taking in that data, and it would use the user input, for example, yes or no, clear, unclear, all these things, it will clarify. And the user prompt, if defined properly, this is where the intelligence of the conversation happens. Okay. Now, if we do it properly, from a normal chatbot, your agent becomes a controlled progression. It becomes interactive, and a guided decision can be taken. So you are designing an experience. So if you give a good user prompt and system prompt to your AI agent, then you are designing an experience here, and you're not just fetching the answers and throwing at the users. Most importantly, when you're dealing with financial data and you are giving financial analysis, guardrails are very, very important. With the given rules of the government of the land, you should make sure that there is no investment advice, no hallucination, no assumptions, and only verified data is given back to the user. This is critical for the financial domain. As I mentioned, the guardrails are very important. So let's not waste any time, and let's dive in and create the workflow quickly, and let's see what we are able to do. Now, moving on, let me share my screen for your workflow. I hope all of you are able to see my screen. Now, you can see this is my N8N dashboard. You can see these are some of the workflows that I have created. And if I want to create a new workflow, I can simply go here and click on create workflow. So as soon as I click on it, I will have this empty canvas on which I can create the workflow. I will be using Telegram as the interface. Very, very important. Here, you can have any interface connected. You can have a WhatsApp, you can have a Telegram, you can have any other, maybe a chatbot that is integrated to your website. All these things you can have as interface. I will be connecting my Telegram to as the interface for the interaction. Okay, moving on. I click on creating a Telegram. Okay, so this will be a Telegram and this will trigger on message. Okay, this will trigger on message. Now, setting up this Telegram node is very, very important. And if you see here, you need to click here, you need to give the access token of your Telegram bot from which you want to connect, and you can do this. Okay, so after your Telegram trigger is connected, then you can go ahead and you can have your AI agent connected to this. Now, this is your AI agent, and in your AI agent, I want to define the user message. I will put my user message here, and I want to define the system message. So I will put my system message here. Now, this is where you put your user message, and this is where you will put your system message. And this has to be defined in a very clear manner, because that is going to decide how your AI agent is going to behave, how it is going to work. I'll put them later in some time. After that, your AI agent should have a brain. It should have a analytical brain which would take decisions and everything based on the system and the user prompt. For that, I will have to attach a LLM, large language model. You can choose any of the large language model. I will be using an OpenAI chat model here. And in OpenAI chat model, I need to give my OpenAI API key. Once my OpenAI API key is given, it will have access to the OpenAI LLM, and I can choose any of the model. I can use the basic ones. 4.0 mini works okay, but if you want high quality output, you can go for 5.4 nano, or maybe a 5.4 pro will also work. So you got all the options. I'll go for 5.4 mini, for example. For now, I can go for 5.4 mini, which will be using this chat model in order to do the analysis and take decisions. Apart from that, since there will be interaction from a user, multiple interaction from the user, I will have to add a memory. I can use a MongoDB memory or maybe a Postgres chat memory. For now, I'll use a simple memory. And this is where the context window is. The user can, the AI agent can remember the last 10 interactions if you give a value of 10 here. Okay, so the context window length could be 10 or any amount that you can put. Apart from that, for the analysis, now, since we are doing a financial analysis, and that too of stock market, remember, we are going to have we'll have to do a lot of research on live data. Remember, all the analysis that we are doing, that is on different stocks, and all the information, to be honest, is available on the internet. Okay, but you need to know the right places from which you are going to do the research. You have to make use of the official data that is available in the websites of your stock market or any other places. So we have to be very, very careful. And one of the most popular tools to do online research on live data is, let me know if you can guess it, it's Perplexity. Perplexity, a very popular tool nowadays to do our research. And here, the Perplexity, again, you need to give the API key from your Perplexity account, which you can easily create for free of cost online from the Perplexity website. Okay. Apart from that, you also need to give the tool description. If you want to give it manually, that's the best thing that you should do. You should define what's the role, and what's the message that needs to be passed to Perplexity to research, I will have to either define it manually, but since every time the research that will get done will be from a different source, or the instructions will be different every time, so I will let the model, the AI agent, decide what my Perplexity will research. So I will define automatically from the model, and more or less that will be it. The most important part would be defining your Perplexity. I'll do it in a while. Now my Perplexity is set at last. So I will have to reply the output back to my Telegram channel, okay, or the Telegram bot from which the user would be interacting. So I'll have to add one more Telegram node here. So I will be using a Telegram node. So here it will be send text. Yeah, send text message. Again, I will have to give the access token of my Telegram channel, and there you go. Okay. Now I will have to define few things here again. So now you can see overall my AI agent workflow is more or less set. I have to define few things. Now, important thing I need to define is my user message, and the other one will be system message. And as I told you, most important part will be my system message. Now, in order to show you exactly what's the system message that I'll be using, I am sharing a Word document where you will see the huge and long system message that I will give to my user, where you will see there is different portions where I'm defining each and everything in detail. Okay. So attention to detail is what is important when you're defining your system message for your AI agent. So you can see this is my system prompt that I'll be giving, where I say you are an Indian stock market research analyst, AI designed for neutral Telegram style conversation and interaction. Okay, I am clearly defining it. Your goal is to guide the user through a structured step-by-step stock analysis in a clear, concise, and analyst-like manner without explicitly mentioning steps, stages, or numbering. Now, important thing to understand about AI agent is it will do as much as you tell it. It's like an intern, right? Your intern will work, but it will do only as much as you say, right? So you have to be very careful what you are saying and what you're not saying. You don't expect things from your intern, just on the lighter side, okay? The things that you have not said, right? So you can see here the system prompt I'm defining very clearly. Further, I'm defining the core behavior, right? Respond only to users' current input. Do not provide the full analysis in a single message. Keep responses brief, focused, factual, and neutral. Ask only one yes or no follow-up question at a time to move the analysis forward. And you have few more things. Do not give investment advice, predictions, and recommendation. Everything is clearly mentioned. Now, I've also mentioned the analysis flow. This is the most important thing. If your analysis flow is proper, your user will get a good output, and a good, more importantly, not just the output, but the experience will be nice if your analysis flow is nice. Okay, so you can see this will be my analysis flow. We'll start with the business model overview, then management and promoter strength. This stage must be delivered in a continuous response and must cover key promoter and senior leadership, educational background, prior work experience. So the pro analyst of stock markets, they know if the management is good, the education background is good, and the track record is good, then the company they are managing will also do well. Okay. Further, after completing this full combined assessment, ask one single yes or no questions and proceed. Government policy supporting this sector and the rest of the things that I had mentioned in the slide before are clearly mentioned. Just imagine you are even defining the order book position. Okay, the output that would come should have the long-term contracts, confirmed orders only, and revenue visible for the next 6 to 12 months. Similarly, the credit rating, what is the rating they have, the valuations, etc., PLI schemes, etc., all these things are will be mentioned very clearly, and during the analysis, these all things will be clearly analyzed. Now, there is a mention of the flow control logic. I have defined the flow control logic here. If the user provides only the company name, respond with the short business model overview, and the rest of the things. End of analysis. How the analysis would end? When would we know that user is no more interested in that, maybe wants to research on something else? Okay, after completion of all the tasks, the user wants to know anything else about the same company. If the user replies no, then you can say no, thank you. Okay, you can say thank you, politely close the conversation. So everything is being very clearly mentioned. So you can see this, it's a huge prompt. You can see this is a 690 word prompt, system prompt. Okay. Now, the good news is if you really want to design the same AI agent that would do the research, I will provide you, if I will be providing you the Word document at the end, and you can use this system prompt. Now, let's go back to the AI agent and just have a look of how things are. So what I've done, I have added the, you can see this is our AI agent. So you can see this is the trigger. And if you see the AI agent here, this is the user prompt that I have. Okay, it's not a very complicated one. It's a simple one. If you want to see, this is the user prompt, and these are the instructions. These are the response rules. And of course, the system prompt that I showed you, the 690 word system prompt, as you can see, is also there in place. Apart from that, my perplexity definition is here, or description is here, and everything is as per my requirement. My OpenAI chat model is also ready with GPT 5.2 maybe, and everything is all set. Now, the next thing is setting up our Telegram bot from which we shall be interacting with my AI agent. Now, for that, I need to go to my Telegram channel, and here in everybody's Telegram channel, if you go to the Telegram app, you will find something called Bot Father. This is where you create your bots for your Telegram. So you can simply go ahead and you can just write help. I'm going to show you how you can create a bot in Telegram and use and connect it with your anytime workflow here. So you can see, just type /help and it will give you the different options that you have. You can just click on new bot if you want to create a new bot. Okay, so you see, all right, a new bot. How are you going to call it? Please choose a name for your bot. Suppose, for example, I give the name as AI stock analyst 1. Okay, so there you go. Okay, that's good. Now it wants me to give a username. So I'll give analyst AI _ bot is the name of the bot. Now you go. Okay, it's already taken. So I can say Exaltius _ bot, maybe. It's also taken. Okay, Exaltius AI agent _ bot. Okay, I hope this is available. Okay, that's available. So you can see here, this is the bot that we have, and you can see this is the token. Very, very important. Look at this. This is the token, and this token, you can just click here and you can go back to your Telegram trigger. You put you go to the edit settings, and here you can give the access token. Just paste it here and you will be live. Okay, so whatever you key in, sorry for this. Okay, let me share my screen. Sorry, I was not sharing. So whatever you do in your, so just to repeat the step, you can simply go to your Telegram settings. You can click here, give the access token that you copied from your Telegram, and you will be connected, and your anytime will be connected to your Telegram trigger. Now going back, you can see here I already have AI agent connected to this bot already, And so, for example, I want to go ahead and do a research. I'll just give a name. Okay, I'll give a name of a company on which I want to research. Okay, for example, I give a name as TCS. Okay, so when I'm giving this name as TCS, you will see it takes some time. Okay, you have entered TCS earlier. Okay, maybe Paras Defense. Maybe I want to research on this stock with the name Paras Defense. So I click on Paras Defense, I give it a name, and there you go. It says that Paras Defense. You see, this is the first overview of the company that it is giving. It is not throwing in all the information. Paras Defense and Space Technology is an Indian defense-focused manufacturer that supplies products and solutions used in defense and space program, with operations spanning from all this information. Now you see the follow-up questions. You remember the system prompt we have given. It is following the system prompt, right? It is not giving random responses. It's following that. So if you can see here, do you want me to cover the management and the promoter strength for Paras Defense? Yes or no? Suppose I say a yes. Okay, there you go. I say a yes. Now, when I say a yes, this message goes back to my workflow. It is doing the research. And if just in case you want to have a look what's going on here, can you see? Can you see this? My execution is going on. And you see, it succeeded. Okay. So if I go back, can you see? Paras Defense Promoter are led by Shah family, Sardar Vijay Shah, and all the information, the education background, credibility, everything is there. Then next, see, you're going step by step. You're not pushing all the information. The AI agent is not throwing all the information at me at a time. Okay, do you want to move to the government policy supporting the sector? Of course, I want to know if there is government policy that is supporting the defense sector. I think there are tons of government policies that are supporting the sector. I wanted the information. I give it a yes. On the background, the AI agent is doing all the research, and there you go. There you go. Government policies broadly supporting Indian defense manufacturing sector include indigenization-led procurement and incentives to build domestic supply chains. The key policy pillars, if you want to see, defense acquisition procedure framework is there, indigenization is there, Make in India is there, IDEX, that is innovation of defense excellence, is there, and many other. Now, the next question, do you want to cover how these policies specially impact Paras Defense next? Imagine you have policies, but suppose, for example, Paras Defense is not using it, then that makes no sense. Okay, so let's see. Let's ask. Okay, yes, I want to know about it. So do you want me to cover how these policies specifically impact Paras Defense next? I gave a yes. It would be researching, fetching how exactly, and it is taking data from reliable sources, the genuine sources from the internet, and there you go. For Paras Defense, the policy push around Indonesian is directly positive because it operates in the segment where the government explicitly trying to reduce import dependencies, etc. And what practically means for the company, and you can see the research. Next, it is asking, do you want me to move to the order book? Because if the company has orders, it is going to deliver and the revenue is going to come. And of course, the profit will definitely move ahead, and maybe you will have better stock prices for that company. I give a yes. Okay, tell me regarding the order book. If a company has a good order book, then you can consider it. If it doesn't have an order book, there's no business going on, so doesn't make sense. So it is researching on how to fetch yeah, there you go. It has got a roughly 1100 to 1200 crores of order book in early 2026, which is earlier. You can see a lot from where it got the orders, etc. Okay, now you want to research on the credit rating, and there you go. Yes, you can research on credit rating it. And remember, the system prompt is guiding what data to fetch. That is most important. Okay, so let's wait for this. And let's see if we have a good credit rating. Yeah, it has got a good credit rating. Paras defense rating has been publicly covered by ICRA. Latest clearly reportable action I can verify. ICRA reaffirmed that the long-term credit rating ICRA is A minus and the short-term is A2 plus and long-term, and you can see all of this. For example, now you're not interested to do more research on Paras defense. You want to switch over to another stock. So you say a no. Once you say a no, then it will reconfirm. Okay, do you want to continue to the next topic in sequence or any other? I say a no. That means now once I say no twice, okay, understood. We'll stop here. If you can start a fresh analysis, share another Indian stock name. So you go to another stock. You can, for example, you can go for data patterns is one more stock, and then then it will start analysis of that stock. Okay, there you go. Okay, so data patterns, it gives an overview and a task. Okay, now I hope this was fruitful for you, understanding how you can actually design a good system prompt, what all things need to take care about the system prompt and the user prompt, and how you can actually make use of AI agents to do genuine research, not just for educational purpose, but genuinely in real time you can do that. So the good news is those of you who are going to comment under whichever platform you are seeing, maybe LinkedIn, YouTube, or Facebook, you just comment AI agent in the comment section. Okay. If you do that, I will send you this workflow, which you can implement it on your side, and you can, at a free of cost, you can actually go ahead and do your stock market research. Okay. So if you want this workflow free of cost, just comment AI agent in the chat. I will DM you across the JSON file, which you can easily implement, and you can use it in your on your side and do your research using this AI agent free of cost. So thanks a lot, all of you, for listening to me. And if you are still in the webinar, so thanks a lot for attending the webinar. And if you're still here, if you're liking our content, if our content is informative, please do consider subscribing to our channel, and please share your comment. Also, let us know what all topics you want us to cover next, so that we can we can go ahead and cover them